crazy.
The year is 1970. 30-year-old Al Jandl has just taken a shot to the head. Well, this isn't the first time that Al has found himself in the wrong end of a gun. Most of his life has been filled with violence, alcohol abuse, and broken marriages. But to tell Al's story, we have to take you back to his childhood.
As a kid growing up, I was completely insecure. I had all kinds of insecurity and complexes and things like that. I hated life. I just can remember the screaming, the fighting. My dad was an alcoholic.
It was the early 1940s. Al was only 6 and had already found trouble. He got kicked out of the 1st grade. He was sent to a Lutheran school where he learned about God, but in high school he followed in his father's footsteps and became an alcoholic. He also fell for a girl who was pregnant with another man's baby.
And I told her, if you don't give that baby away, I'll marry you. Well, she said, no, 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 no. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, she accepted that offer one day, and I married that girl.
Al and his wife had their own child, and the young family seemed complete. Then his wife had another baby. But Al noticed that the child didn't look like him. His wife confessed.
She got pregnant by that same married man again, head of that motorcycle gang. She told me she was sleeping with him while we were married, all that. She told me that they were having that affair. I was so angry, I went looking for that man. I've always been a little short guy. I had a 29 pants when I was in high school, weighed 129 pounds. And I always carried a gun because I would get beat up so much. So I went looking for him.
The man survived the gunshot wounds, and Al was arrested. While serving a 3-month jail sentence, he got word that his wife was still having the affair. Hurt and angry, Al made a bold declaration.
I said, God, good guys never win, only bad guys win. And I said, I want you to get out of my life. And he took me up on it.
He divorced his wife and married another woman. Or should we say, a few other women.
I got a girl pregnant, I married her. Our marriage didn't even last 3 years. I divorced my second wife on August the 13th and married my third wife on August the 14th. And the next day I got married to her. She was real wild. She got killed in a plane crash.
At 30, he was back in the dating game. One day he stopped by a friend's house for a drink. He didn't realize the woman wanted more than his friendship. When he rejected her advances, she pulled out a gun.
And she said, the barmaid did, she said, I'm going to shoot you. And I turned my back like this and I said, go ahead, shoot. So she put the gun right up against my back and pulled the trigger.
Shoot me, shoot me.
The bullet lodged in his spinal cord and he stumbled out of the house. His 17-year-old girlfriend took him to the hospital. After he recovered, he married her. If you've lost track, this is wife number 4. But this marriage was different from the others. Al and his wife decided to attend church. After one particular service, the pastor said something to Al that stuck in his mind.
The pastor then followed me outside and said this to me. He said, son, you could be dead in the morning. And I said to him, if that's the kind of God you serve, I got lots of trouble without now a God that's going to kill me. I want no part of this. And he said to me, son, I'm not telling you could be dead in the morning. I'm telling you, you're going to be dead in the morning.
You're going to be dead in the morning. Those words echoed in Al's mind as he lay on the floor. And although he was unconscious, Al was very much aware of what was happening.
The second that happened, I came out of my body. I went up to the roof. I can remember talking to God in this time. And I was saying, God, give me another chance, give me another chance. I had promised God that I would, if he'd let me live, I would quit drinking, quit smoking. I would start going to church every Sunday.
Once again, Al recovered. As life returned to normal, he quickly forgot the promises he made to God.
Come Sunday morning, I didn't go to church. I was still drinking. I was still smoking.
2 years later, Al caught his wife with another man. He got his gun, but this time it wasn't to seek revenge. This time, it was to end his own life. But then he remembered something.
1960, when I was in prison, I told you to get out of my life and stay out. And look at what a mess my life is now. I said, God, if you're out there anywhere, please come back into my life and help me. I found a Bible in the closet. I opened it up to the book of Revelation. I don't know why. I started reading, and the power of God hit me. And I jumped up and I ran, and I threw away my cigarettes and all the whiskey and alcohol I had in the house, and ran out in the street hollering, this is the happiest day of my life.
At age 32, his life was changed in an instant.
I've been through Alcoholics Anonymous. I tried to quit smoking. I did everything in my power. I couldn't do it, but he delivered me in one night, in 1 second.
Today, Al Jandl serves God as pastor of a thriving church in Texas. He married one more time, and he and his wife Judy have been together for more than 30 years.
If you meet the Lord, things are going to change in your life for the better. And you'll find your purpose, and you'll find your destiny, and you'll find the reason why you're on this earth. Well, my life wouldn't be what it is today if Jesus Christ hadn't died on the cross for me.